What if I told you that traveling could teach you more than any pictures or words? Imagine waking up one day in a new country, not understanding anyone, but understanding that a smile is the same anywhere. You may feel lost at first, but this is probably the best way to feel lost, as that's a part of the beauty of traveling. It's about becoming a better version of yourself through new journeys. I'm going to be telling you about my three favorite places that I've traveled to so far and what I enjoyed about them. As this is going to be important for you because I hope to provide you with some sort of insight and offer you a valid reason to travel to these places. Hi, my name is Saipon, and I'm qualified to speak because this is about my three favorite places that I've traveled to. The three places that I will be talking about today are Santa Cruz, Monterey, and Montana. Before we get started, the order will be ranked based on if I was able to live there, my personal taste of where I would like to live. Coming in at number one is Monterey. I only recently traveled there for the first time with my girlfriend, and I instantly fell in love. I drove into the city when the sun was setting, and while looking onto the bay, I could see sailboats, people flying kites, and just seagulls cawing and stuff like that. It was something out of a movie. As also the highway was right next to the bay, and just felt amazing. The weather was great too, as it really never got that hot, and it also really never got that cold. Even with the fog rolling in at nights, still wouldn't feel that cold. The days as well, there was always cloudy, but also you still have to be aware of getting sunburned because we all know that the clouds amplify the sun's rays and stuff like that. I I really also enjoyed the vibes there. It was very calming, as it felt like nobody was in a rush to get anywhere. Not like San Francisco. The neighborhoods as well were also so unique. Each of the houses showed the owner's creative taste as it fit to their descriptions. The city also wasn't really that big, and it made it easier to get from place to place. They also have pretty good restaurants there. There was a steakhouse. I did not get to try it, but I did try another one called Sapporo. They have a steakhouse and a sushi place. And trust me, the sushi there was pretty good, as I mean, you're right next to the ocean, so you really can't get fresher than that. This is a place that I personally think I can live there happily. Let's move on to number two, which is Santa Cruz. It isn't that far from Monterey, so the weather is relatively the same. The vibes of Santa Cruz were also very chill and not as hectic. Nobody was really rushing to get anywhere. Again, though, I did travel to Santa Cruz during the pandemic, so that could totally be different. I do feel there is more to do there as well. I think I traveled to this place called the Mystery Spot. I think it's some sort of geological mystery, and like there's this house slanted and stuff like that. But if you do go there, I recommend it. Tickets there are relatively cheap. You can plan it ahead as well online. That's a great place to go to with your family or significant other. There's also cool beaches and parks up along the coast, going up towards Dali City, I believe. There's a place called Shark's Fin Cove, which I recommend as well to check out. And also, you can't go wrong with the boardwalk where they have mini golf, these like gondolas, chair things that you can ride along the boardwalk. The food there was also amazing, as you can get a good taste of Mexican food. There's also some really cool burger joints. This one place I went to was called Betty's Burgers. Yes, that place had some pretty good burgers, also reasonably priced. Places were also relatively generally around each other, so it's easy to get to. You can honestly probably get away with not having a vehicle in that place, but just having a bike. And I think I could live here somewhat happily, as it is a collegey city too, so Keep that in mind. Now that we know what first and second are, let's move on to the third, which is Montana. I'll be honest, I didn't really get to do too much traveling there, as it was a school trip, so I was only going there to visit colleges and kind of get some insight on out-of-state colleges. But from what I got, the towns that they were in were very just normal, but more calming as you're right around the mountains and farmlands, and there's a lot of hunting and fishing since Montana is very outdoorsy. There's a lot of things you could do like that, skiing as well. Those are some things that you can be doing out there. Food places, I mean, they're typical food places there where you could get here. I don't know about In-N-Out, the West Coast thing, so not too sure about that. But typical McDonald's and Taco Bell and other things like that. The vibe there was very relaxing as well. I mean, you can't go wrong with farmlands and just nature where it's very crispy air. It also snows there a lot, so if you do go there, make sure to bring warm clothes. I think Montana for me is more of a vacation spot than anything else, so I really can't see myself living there permanently rather than just, going there every once in a while. To recap the rankings based on whether I can live there, Monterey comes in first, Santa Cruz comes in second, and Montana comes in third. And that's my ranking list. Just keep on trucking.